Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when we feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearlism, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Coming to you live from the basement of my Seattle apartment. When I'm by myself, I go to the basement. When I'm with other people, though, I like to go up and be in the where all the windows are. I like the windows. How's everybody doing today? Oh, there we go. Who do we got in? Who do we got in here now? Got exciting times. Do we have any Buffalo Sabres fans? Or are there any Buffalo Sabres fans anymore? Right. Are there any Buffalo? Yay, CL. How you doing, buddy? Wow, you're very excited for a Flyers fan. Very excited. You seem very excitable for a Flyers fan. Yeah, I know. So, since you're the only one here at the moment, we might as well talk about that. Yeah. So what do we do? What do we do? Nobody's going to take Giroux. Nobody's going to take Voracek. Have you seen Voracek in the room sometimes, man? That guy looks like he's just angry all the time. I think that's part of I think they got to find a place for these guys somehow. I don't know. I really, if I'm Cliff Fletcher, I don't know what to do. I think they tried to send down, they were hoping somebody would take Gosh to spare because he was the most likely person that somebody might pick up so they could have cap room. Oh, is that right? And I guess that's why he keeps on playing Braun then. Hi, Hockey News Reports. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It was Lawton and Braun. Yeah, well, I guess that's why he keeps on playing Braun, because he's really good rah-rah in the room or something. It's good for the energy in the room. They need to get, I think that's really what they have to look for is, in these situations, the first thing I'm going for is goaltending. I'm calling up Detroit and seeing what it takes to get Bernier out of there. Give him a shot. I mean, Bernier in Detroit has been stopping pucks like freaking crazy. He's injured right now, though. So that would be a problem. But when he comes back, hey, Mercer. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, I think that's the first thing I would look at, because a goaltender can calm things down and, bring energy to a place with big stops and give teams confidence and all kinds of stuff. You put all your videos under unlisted. Why? I don't understand. You got. Yeah, but I don't know how to add here. I really don't know how to add. We don't have much for it. We have to trade the problem is who's going to want the player that we have? Who's going to want any of our players? Besides, the obvious that we can't give up, like Provorov and okay. someone might bite on Patrick, but you're selling really low. Like, I don't think someone's going to bite much on Patrick. That's the problem. I think you'd have to package him in a deal or something like that. Like, I'm really at a loss here. I'm going to be interested to see what Chuck Fletcher does. I almost got to the point now where I think I'm super interested in seeing what Chuck Fletcher's going to do. Because honestly, when I look at it, I'll bring up, when I look at it, I mean, it's really the topic right now. It's not just because I'm a Flyers fan here. It's the topic. Like, what's Philadelphia going to do? How long can you got to be sellers now. I mean, really, like, there is room to save the season, but everything they seem to do just seems to go to crap. Honestly, I know, like, somebody would take James Van Riemsdyk now because he's had a bit of a resurgence, but somebody will probably go for Travis Konechny, who's having an awful year. But besides that, I just don't see what they can do. I really don't. It's going to be the most interesting thing to see what happens with the Flyers are trash. I totally agree with you. Islanders will take JVR. Yeah, I'm sure they will. What are you going to offer there? Implicit? What are you going to offer? You don't have any cap space. Yeah, they finally ended their losing streak. And now they're going to play, we're going to talk about that later, of course, when we do our picks. Now they're going to play the Rangers, New York Rangers, with on a back-to-back with Shesterkin in net. Okay, let's look at this for a second. We got some time. We don't have too many games for tonight, I don't think. Let's see how much they say, how much cap the Islanders have right now. Islanders. $6 million. No, 2020-21 it says zero. It says zero cap space right now. Where you see, oh, 2021-22. 2021. This is 2021 right now, right? Okay, so you got $6 million in cap space. You got $6 million in cap space. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna have to find a way to free up another $1 million. What are you giving up? At this point, the Philadelphia Flyers aren't just gonna hand it to you. So you got $6 million. What are you gonna give up? What do you have for draft picks? Not much, from what I remember, on cap friendly. Oh yeah, you do have a first rounder. What do I want for? The thing is, JVR is the only one of the few players that have been playing well, so we want to get rid of this cap. I'm thinking the Philadelphia Flyers are going to want to get rid of cap space. and then try it again next year with some different players. Yeah, Hart's contract is not looking good. He's probably going to have to sign a 1 or 2 year contract, maybe for $3 million if you're lucky. The way he's been playing this year. 2 seconds and a third. Okay, that's fair. I'll do that. Done. We got to retain 1.5 for the lifetime of the contract, though. We got to retain 1.5 million for the lifetime of the contract. I don't think so. Or just for this year. We'll retain 1.5 this year to get you under the cap, but then it's up to you after that. Well, that's the other thing. Philadelphia, they can't even blame it on injuries. Like 1.5 for the lifetime of the contract? No. Nah, maybe. I don't know. I guess it probably is about right because you got me thinking about it. Next year is a strong draft. We're going to have. That'll give us, what, 5.5 million cap space for the next 3 years. Um, yeah, there's talk about Montour going to Florida now. Well, that's the thing is we can probably just wait. Well, I don't know if Seattle would take him 31 years old. It depends on what Seattle wants to do as a franchise. I have a feeling they're not going to be doing what taking veterans like what what Vegas did. So that might not work. You'd probably have to staple another draft pick to him to get rid of him. I'm thinking that we got to give up our first round draft pick this year to get rid of a contract. But even that, some of our contracts won't even. Let me go back here to Philadelphia again. Claude Giroux, maybe. It's only 33. Jacob Voracek, that contract's turning into quite the anchor. We got to re-sign Couturier in a couple of years. I don't know. I think it's hard for me to even think about it because I'm just kind of depressed about it right now. They look so soft, yeah. That's why I think the best bet for them right now is to get a goaltender. Get a goaltender, and then maybe you might be able to build some confidence around that. Go get see if once Bernier's healthy. I don't know who else is out there though for goaltenders that are really gonna be move the needle. Bernier is the only one I can think of. We can't afford Laner, and they're not going to give up Laner. Who else would it could be? Goaltenders are so valuable right now. Quick? No. Maybe try Wedgwood. Bernier is the only one. Yeah, let's call up Brzgalov and see what he's been up to. Yeah, for sure. How more? Where is everybody? We got 4 people in here to do our picks for today. We'll wait a little bit longer. I'm sure more people will come in. I don't think so. On a back-to-back with they'll probably come out with some jump, yeah, to start out, but I think they'll probably fade as it goes along. One thing I will do is the Rangers it'll wake the Rangers up. They shouldn't be taking them lightly here after losing. The Rangers shouldn't be taking them lightly. But they've got Shesterkin in too. So which one? Ranta's like that's the thing. I wouldn't give up much for Ranta because he's always injured. It's just he's a constant injury. That's all he is. That's the thing. But yeah, there's not much else to look at. Possibly, if Ranta could somehow something to save our season. But I think Bernier is really the only guy. The only guy I can identify. And if he's the only guy, there's going to be lots of people going for him. It's going to cost us at least a second rounder. At least one second rounder, I imagine, for Bernier. And I don't know, does he have... Does he have a no movement clause? I don't think so. Look it up. No, he doesn't have a no movement clause. He's making $3 million a year, so we could give them Elliott to hold on to for the end of the season, so they have another goaltender and a second round pick or something like that. Hopefully that sticks, and yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Take him in a heartbeat and play the crap out of him as soon as he's healthy. If that don't work, I don't know. I don't know how to sell that team off. I'm having a difficult time figuring it out. But we'll have to lose all our draft picks getting rid of our players because we'll have to give up draft picks for people to take them, like Giroux, or we'll have to take other players back in return that are, pretty much the same problem. So, very weird, difficult spot for the Philadelphia Flyers, for sure. Okay, this looks like people we're going to have in here today. It's getting close to Easter time, and I think people are very busy, so we should probably just get at her here. The first game we had last night, I really am upset at myself, actually, for this game, because I never pick teams that are on their first game back from a long road trip. And the Winnipeg Jets were on their first big game back from a long trip. Anderson's too much of a gamble, probably. Yep. I would have to agree with you there. Anderson's too much of a gamble for sure. Why is that happening? How come nothing's going here? My computer's not working very well here. Just hold on here with me. Sasha, how about them Avs? I had them all day yesterday. Huge. Had the over and the PL. That was an easy play. The Avs are playing just stupid right now. Incredible hockey. Congrats to the Sabres, yeah. Yeah, we have no Sabres fans because I'm not I know they have lots of fans, but for whatever reason, maybe they're just not admitting it. Yeah, 9 goals. I mean, the Avalanche just look like they can crush the whole league right now. They're playing with so much passion and speed and unity. It's pretty cray cray. Pretty cray cray. Yesterday, though, we're doing Toronto Edmonton. So we'll do what we're doing before because we didn't get to all the teams. Who do you think Toronto should try to pick up at the trade deadline? What do you think they should do? That's the question. Uh, Yesterday, I said I got mad at myself because I picked a team that was the first day back off of a long road trip. Although the Jets didn't play poorly, uh, but Toronto pulled it out. Austin Matthews with his 24th. Yeah, I got all the new choppers parked. That's right. They're all ready to go now. They're all ready for the swag. Zach Hyman got his 12th, Kerfoot 6th. Josh Morrissey finally got one, but to make it somewhat interesting. But for the most part, the Maple Leafs actually didn't outplay Winnipeg as much as they should have, considering Winnipeg this was their first game back from a long road trip. Galchenyuk played 15 minutes last night. Anyways, the question right now is what should Winnipeg or Toronto do? I know Winnipeg for sure is going to pick up a defenseman. Who should Winnipeg pick up? Toronto has been talking about a top 6 forward, or at least some forward depth, which I would agree they need. Nylander yesterday had no hits, no blocks, and 1 shot on goal. Same as Tavares, actually. Joe Thornton played 10 minutes. Marner's still getting crazy ice time. On defense, Holt is still quietly getting 25 minutes a night. Lots of defensemen from Colorado. Yeah, but why would Colorado trade any of their defensemen, though? Oh, yeah, I don't even know. We just talked about the Flyers jacket. But anyways, Toronto really didn't outplay Winnipeg as much as they should last night. I still think Winnipeg's a better team right now. Their depth is absolutely incredible. Appleton actually didn't play much last night, which is odd. Lowry playing 16 minutes, though. Their depth is fantastic. Trevor Lewis doesn't play much, but he's had 3 cups. And he's certainly a gamer for sure. It's just they need to add on defense for sure. So who do we have here? Okay, I guess we got everybody in here we're gonna have. We got the score was 3-1. Go Caps had Leafs 4-3, Avatar Jets 4-1. The Prize had Jets 3-2, CL 5-2 Jets, Serrano 4-3 Leafs, Steele 4-3 Jets. Mercer, 3-2 Leafs. Close. Mercer was the closest. Perlo, 3-1 Jets. 3-1 Jets I had. So close. Yeah, Wheeler got hurt. That hurts. But they've been staying actually fairly healthy. That's another reason why the Jets have been doing so well, I guess. And Kenny had 4-3 Jets. So nobody got it. It was a good game. That's going to be an exciting series. Talking about that, I just did a video with E-Money and Steele, and that'll be out later on today, about which teams, what series would you like to see in the playoffs coming up, and who do you think is going to win each division. So be watching for that. The next game, we talked about the Flyers and Sabres a lot, but you guys can talk about it. What do you guys think the Flyers should do out there? Who do you think the Flyers should trade, and how do you think that they should trade them? Do you think there is an answer in Philadelphia? Do you like? I think it's probably they go out and get the easiest thing to do is get top notch goaltending right off the bat. That can quite often just change the whole team right there. And the only one I can think of is Bernier. So tell me in the comment section, what do you think that Philly should do? Should they just burn her all down or what? I don't know. Ulysses. Yeah, well, Ulysses, they were coming off of a one game, the first game off of a long road trip. So first game home, and that always is a problem. I made a mistake. I never take teams when they're coming off their first game off of a long road trip, but I love Winnipeg this year, and I did it. But yeah, I think the Caps. We just did a video on that. I think the Islanders will likely fall off here like they usually do later in the season. Um, Varlamov is not a goaltender that's known for his stamina. So um, I think what'll happen, I think you'll see the Islanders fall off a bit in the second half and just barely make the playoffs. They sort of do that all the time. Well, we'll see. We'll see, implicit, if you're going to fall off or not. I don't think you're going to miss the playoffs, but I don't think you're going to crush it like you did the first part. Now, I will change my mind on that because I was a huge Sorokin fan. If they start playing Sorokin and he's figured out North America and he starts crushing it like I know he will, then I'll change my mind on that. But the Islanders in general have a tendency to fall off a little bit late in the season. They tire out because they don't have much depth to bring up from their minors. The Islanders need more depth in their taxi squad and stuff like that to give guys a break. I agree. Philly will not make the playoffs. I think my personal opinion is one of the biggest problems they have there is guys like Voracek. Voracek is just too much of is too much of a negative Nancy in the dressing room. He's too angry all the time. Like I think his heart's in the right place, but it's terrible for the energy. But I agree. Philly won't make the playoffs. So did anybody have 6-1 yesterday? 6-1. Two people had the Sabres. Peyton had 3-1 and Kenny had 3-1. Is there anyone else? Oh, and Steele had Sabres 4-2. Everybody else had the Flyers yesterday. And I had the Flyers too, but I wasn't confident in it. How can you be confident in Philadelphia right now? Like getting rid of Hart, the goaltender Hart, I don't think you do that. I do think though that Hextall was right that they should have waited before they brought Hart up and gave him all this work. I think Hextall is in Pittsburgh going, I told you so. I told you. I didn't like when they fired Hextall. I was one of the few that didn't like it. But they did. Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of Hart. I would bring in another goaltender and trade Elliott if you can find somebody for him. That's what I would do. I'd bring in Bernier if I can. That's the only one I can think of that is available that you could really bring in right now. I don't even know what you get for Hart now. Hart, it is hard to know. It is. It's difficult to figure out. Trade Hart. No way Florida's trading Hart for Spencer Knight right now. No way. I don't know what you would get for Hart right now because you're trading him as a prospect all over again. Like a team's going to turn him around. There certainly would be value. But I doubt anybody's going to give you a good goaltender back for him right now. I mean, maybe a veteran one. Uh, yeah, Hart for Vasilevsky. That'd be great. That if Tampa Bay decided to, yeah, that ain't happening. Hart for, you might be able to do Hart for Laner right now. Hart for Laner in Phil, that you might be able to do that because Vegas can think that they can turn Hart around. And now Fleury was doing so well that they may decide to go with Fleury and see if Fleury can help out Hart. You might be able to do that. But you're taking on 5 years at $6 million a piece to do it. Because Vegas doesn't have any cap space at all. I don't know. I mean, I think Vegas would consider it because they could maybe Fleury, but I mean, that's no good. Fleury's too old. We can't have that. I don't see it. Like, I don't see a place where you trade Carter Hart and get back a decent goaltender. In some sort of a package, maybe. Maybe like Carter Hart to Detroit for Bernier and Mantha. They've had troubles with Mantha. But that could come back and bite you in the butt. I think you stick with Hart. Maybe you want to consider getting new goaltender coaches or something. I'm at a complete loss with Philadelphia. Really, I am. Complete loss. Anyways. They're just off, yeah, I guess. They've been off now since the playoffs last year. Quite a long time they've been off. They shouldn't have beat Montreal. Montreal, if Montreal would have had another scorer, they probably would have lost to Montreal. Like, they haven't played well in a long time on a consistent basis. Okay, let's go to the next game. So we did the Flyers. Not much to talk about with this one, the Avalanche versus the Coyotes, except to say that the Avalanche are just sick. The Avalanche are ridiculous. I haven't seen a team dominate like the Avalanche since Tampa broke records there, but I would even say in a way they're even dominating more. Now, they're not playing against every team in the league right now either. Their division is not much competition. Arizona, Minnesota. Minnesota was in another division. They probably aren't going to be in the playoffs right now. Yeah, they are just absolutely disgusting. That team is just sick. Jonas Donskoy has 15 goals this year. And Jonas Donskoy right now is a possible Seattle pick up. Like, that's how deep this freaking team is. This team is stupid. It's crazy. I guess that's what we can look at here. Who is Colorado going to lose in the expansion draft? If Minnesota was in the East, what would they be? Good question. It's too big over there. They're too small. Every time they go up against a big team, like even San Jose, which they just lost twice in a row to. Every time they go up against a big team, they lose right now. And they're very young, so I don't think they make the playoffs if they're in the East. And that's the other thing we talk about Philadelphia. Philadelphia, I mean, the competition is so tough in that division. If you were to switch Philadelphia over to that division, we wouldn't even be talking about this probably because Philadelphia would probably be doing similar to what Minnesota's doing right now. I would say. I don't think Minnesota makes the playoffs in the East though. Do you guys? Do you guys think Minnesota makes the playoffs in the East? What was I going to look at? Oh, I was going to look at Colorado and who they will lose in the expansion draft right now. Just quickly, I might make a mistake on it. They got, where are they? They have like they still got quite a bit of cap space too. Unbelievable. Right now, they'd have to protect Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen. They leave Sod out. Kadri. Oh no, who has no movement clauses? They got no movement. Oh yeah, they got no movement. Kadri. Maybe they keep Donskoy now the way he's been lighting it up this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jost has been playing really well. 6, 7. Right now, it would be like Valerie Nichushkin or somebody like that would be available to Seattle. And then defensemen, 1, 2, Taves, Gerard, McCarr I don't think counts. Actually, they don't look like they're doing too bad on D. It's probably going to be a forward, and it's probably going to be like uh, Nichushkin. That would be insane. Yeah, he's just starting to pick it up right now. Do the Islanders? Who would the Islanders be in the expansion draft? I don't think they're going to be too bad off, the Islanders. Uh, I mean, Barzal and Eberle for sure. Beauvillier, Nelson, possibly Bailey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wallstrom. Yeah, they might end up leaving out like Matt Martin or Clutterbuck. And then defense. I don't think anybody's going to take Nick Leddy, even if you put him out there. Yeah, they don't have to worry about defense. So you're not going to get much from the Islanders, really. Probably Clutterbuck or Martin. Wallstrom isn't available now. You're not going to get much from the Islanders. Maybe Aho. Maybe Sebastian Aho. Or give Thomas Hickey another chance or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, they probably would protect him. 1, 2. If they protect Letty, then they got to let Mayfield go. That would be it would be a defenseman. You're going to let Mayfield go, I guess. I would take Mayfield if I was Seattle for sure. But I think if they put Letty out there, they might not even take him. What's his contract? Oh he's only got 2 more years. Yeah, maybe they would take him actually. Base salary is 6.5 million, 5.5. Yeah, they might take him actually, which might not be that bad of a thing. I don't know, because depending on what you want to get at the on as a free agent, it would free up some cap space. Who else do they have to sign? Who do they have to sign next year? They may need that cap space. Not depth chart. Casey Zizekas will get less next year. Belvillier will cost some more. Besides that, they should be okay. Yeah, probably Mayfield. Who are you going to leave out? Mayfield or hello, CL? How are you doing? Who are you going to leave out? Mayfield or Eberle? I mean, or not Eberle, or Letty. You tell me. Mayfield's 28. Letty's 30. Okay, yeah, probably Mayfield. They'll get Mayfield next year. That's who I would take out of who's available, anyways. He can play a top four if he need be in a pinch. Okay, let's go to our other games because we only got 20 minutes left. Kings versus Knights. That one really ticked me off because I had a gut feeling about the Kings there. After Vegas beat Colorado, I just had a feeling they'd have a letdown on LA, and I didn't put it in as a pick, and it really ticked me off. But whatever, it is what it is. Let's keep on doing that. Okay, the score was 4-1 LA, and the only person that had LA was Serrano, but he took 3-2. Everybody else took the Knights. So, let's keep on doing this. Let's see let's do expansion for each team we're talking about real quick. Yeah, I know it is sometimes good to trust my gut. My brain doesn't work anywhere near well enough to trust it over my gut, I have to say. So I'm going to look at Vegas real quick. What is Vegas going to give up at the expansion draft at the moment? Coyotes will be able to trade a bunch of players so they don't need to give up anybody at the expansion draft. Watch out for the Coyotes this year at the trade deadline, though. I think they have a lot of activity. I think they're going to really do some interesting things to rebuild next year. They definitely are going to be trading some of their defensemen that are on free agent contracts, but let's look up Vegas. Vegas is going to have a tough time at the oh no, Vegas, never mind. No use talking about that. Vegas doesn't have to do it this year. So it's not they're not giving up anybody at the expansion draft. So nobody got anything on that. I did watch that game. I guess we can talk about it a little bit because we got that was the last game, right? No, Wild and Sharks. Basically, Peterson played really freaking good last night. He was awesome, and he's becoming more and more, for sure, a number one goaltender. I would say for sure right now. Certainly taking quick spots there. Quick's spot. What was it? 4-2. 4-2 Kings? No, somebody had 3-2 Kings. Oh, so close. Golden Knights had 42 shots to 30. Peterson just went off last night. allowing only 2 goals on 42 shots. That's what I thought because I watched that game. Most of those shots were in the third, though. The Golden Knights just went crazy in the third period, but couldn't get any. They were already down 4-1, and Peterson just went nuts. Jared Dolan Anderson, I know Anderson Dolan, Jared Anderson Dolan. I talk about him all the time. Watch that kid; he's going to be very good. Athanasiou, making me look bad. He had another goal and an assist last night. I thought he was a little bit done with the Oilers, and now he's just going off for LA. 14 points already this year. He's had some injury issues, which he struggled with last year too. Elias Anderson from the New York Rangers got a goal. Like, who saw that coming? Alex Iafallo from Anderson. Anderson had a goal and assist again last night. He's such a good player. I like him a lot. But the story of the night for sure was Peterson. He freaking hit it out of the park last night. Mikey Anderson, who I thought was injured, played 23 minutes. Doughty played half the game like usual. Peter Angelo was back last night too, and that's another reason why I thought Vegas would, have a really good shot at this. Played 22 minutes, but with him being back, I doubt Vegas is going to lose too many games going down the stretch, for sure. So, okay, the last game, and I'm going to talk about this one a little bit. Do they keep Bailey? That's the one that could be out there, Bailey. The thing about Bailey is that he has been like a diehard Islander. He's been through everything with them. He didn't leave when, he didn't ask to leave when they were having arena issues and all that kind of stuff like that. He's been a diehard Islander, and he's been like the poster boy for what it means to be an Islander. So it's going to be very tough to let him go, or not let him go, even for him to want to go. Guys like that, it's hard to trade him away or let him go to Seattle or something like that, because what they do is they bring a lot of energy to your younger players to stick around for what really would have been less money too. What's he making? Josh Bailey, $5 million for the next couple of years at 31 years old. I honestly think they keep him. He's the assistant captain. He's just too much of a he's like the meat and potatoes of their team. He's too central to their team. I think they'll keep him unless something like blows him out of the water for him or something like that. The next one is the Wild and the Sharks, and I messed up on both of these. I had the Wild on both. Did anybody have? Yeah, somebody did have the Sharks. Are we giving away some swag here? Not quite. 3-2 Sharks. Serrano right around the target again. He's not here, is he? Serrano's not here today. Yeah, he was the only one to take the Sharks, Serrano, yesterday. Um, I'm telling you right now, one of the things that the Sharks organization did for this game is they made sure the ice was really bad. The Sharks, the Shark Tank is not known for its ice to begin with, but last night it was especially bad. And going up against a Wild team like this that plays a slick passing speed game, good idea. They couldn't get anything going last night. And what the Sharks did was they just played a back to the point and shoot, back to the point and shoot, back to the point and shoot game, and then Minnesota tried to do that, but it's not their game. So it took them off their game, and I'm going to remember that in the future when the Wild play the Sharks or other teams that play like that against the Sharks, because that's pretty sneaky pants right there, doing that. As far as the Sharks, I mean, as far as the Wild, I think all. Don't sleep on the Sharks, no, for sure. Their energy looks a lot better. Ever since Carlson came back from injury, he's looked like a rock star again. Like he's got her all under control. Uh, so he's looked a lot better. And when Carlson looks better, the team looks better. He is a leader. You got to remember, he led that Ottawa team almost to a cup, practically by himself on a broken foot. He gets a lot of crap, but for his defensive play or whatever, I don't know. I don't know what everybody is, why a lot of people are not a big fan of him. But there are a lot of people that are not a big fan of him, mostly because he's not the best defensive player in the world, but he's a killer offensive player. Did he have any points last night? I'd love to be able to tell you. There you go. Did Carlson have any points last night? Carlson had 1 point last night. So he's continuing his point streak. Rudolph Balcers had a really good game last night. That was his style of game. They were playing his style of game last night. Ryan Donato, right in front of the net, finally potted one. They're going to work with this guy and work with this guy and work with this guy, I think. They were really high on Donato when they picked him up from Minnesota. He's got a great heart, Carlson, no doubt about it. Yeah, he does. He's got a great heart. He's a very kind person and a very upbeat person, very positive. He brings huge positivity to any team, no doubt about it. What is today, Thursday? Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing still this again tomorrow, too. Are you guys going to be around tomorrow for Good Friday? I'm going to be doing this tomorrow as well. So we'll do Saturday's picks and everything tomorrow. But it's getting close to that time. You guys are going to be in tomorrow? Sweet. Awesome. Lower numbers so we get to connect a little better because everybody I think is getting ready for the Good Friday, but I won't be. I'm all ready for Good Friday now. How many games we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. I'm running out of things to say today. I got nothing to do. Okay, as we do these, we're going to talk about some expansion I don't know why, but we'll talk about some players that might go to the expansion team. So far, we got Mayfield going to be coming to Seattle. Wild, I hear, are thinking about going 4 defensemen and 4 forwards so they can protect Dumba. If they were to do that, So if they had 4 forwards, okay, Kaprizov they don't have to. Zuccarello they have to. Fiala, Greenway, and Eck. I think they got to do Greenway and Eck still. So that would be their 4 forwards, I think, which would leave out Ryan Hartman, Victor Rask. I think Victor Rask, somebody will give him a shot. I think they would give him a shot if they were to do something like that. Either that or Nico Sturm. Probably Nico Sturm would be the guy that they would pick up. He's only 25. Yeah, and then they would protect Suter, which they have to, Spurgeon, Brodin, and Dumba. And even then, they may take Carson Soucy. And besides that, they don't need to worry about their goaltender because they don't have. So we got Carson Soucy. What do you take, Soucy or Sturm? Nico Sturm. We got Soucy and Sturm. I'm trying to make up time here until we get to the picks time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step away, I'm going to come back, and then we're going to do picks. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I spilled my coffee. All right, first game. It's just you and me, Sasha. Who else is in here? We're going to go now. Go to the finest day in the land. Our picks. Picks. Okay. First one is freaking cray cray. I got a feeling the Bruins could win this game, but watching the Bruins tells me they can't. Uh, I don't know. Penguins versus the Bruins. The Bruins have Vladar in. Just made a fresh cup. The Bruins have Vladar in, and the Penguins have DeSmith in. As far as they should both be not too tired, I believe. Boston's got Carlo back. They got Marchand. They're at home. And Pittsburgh has had 2 days off after playing the Islanders at home. This is their first game on a road trip, so they both should be fine. So, what do you got for picks? Three one Penguins. I'm gonna go. I'm up and down. I'm gonna go 3-2 Penguins. The question mark with this is Vladar. Yeah, E-Money is in the house. We're doing Penguins versus Bruins right now. We got a small crowd in here, Evan. Thanks for coming in. People are all doing, getting ready for the Easter festivities, I imagine. Or is it? Yeah, Easter. I want to go with Boston too. Something tells me that Vladar kid, he played really well the first game he played. Has this been 2 games now for Vladar? But DeSmith is better than Jari, really. It's almost a good thing for Pittsburgh that it's almost a good thing for Pittsburgh that Jari got hurt, because I think he's a better goaltender. So what do you think, Evan? The other, it's just hard to watch. Like Boston just lost to New Jersey. You keep on wondering. Pens win 3-2 as you 3-2 Pens. Sasha, you're going to win a lot of swag here. Could possibly win a ton of swag. Perlo. And Evan takes 3-2 Pens. We got 2 people both taking 3-2 Pens. Okay. So we'll go the next game then. I don't know what. Oh no, we were going to talk about, because we got lots of time. What's Boston going to do in the trade deadline and expansion draft? You got to think Boston is going for a top 6 forward. I think they're going hard off of Palmieri. I think so. They're going for it this year. I think they're going to grab Palmieri. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they got such an advantage this year because they really don't have all that much travel in the East. So they could be more. Hey, how you going, Luca? Luca the Crazy. Put in a pick. Luca, thanks for coming in, by the way. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And put in pick. We're doing the Penguins versus the Bruins. Who do you think's going to win, and what do you think the score is going to be? You're a Rangers fan, I see. We're going to be getting to that game soon. The Rangers Buffalo. You think Buffalo's going to beat the Rangers? We'll get there in a second. But first, we're going to talk about Penguins versus the Bruins. You want to put a pick in? I think Boston's going to go after Palmieri. I really think it's good. They're going to get Palmieri. I was going to look up. Are they got a first-round pick? Does Boston? They don't like to give up first-round picks, but I think this year they're going to make an exception. Yeah, they got a first-rounder. They're going to trade their first and something probably else for Palmieri and then try to re-sign him. I betcha. Maybe Anders Bjork in a first or something like that. And then they'll try to re-sign him because they need some top. They need some top 9 forwards there for sure. Where is Palmieri from, by the way? Does anybody know that? Yeah, Rangers win, we'll get that. But what do you got for Pittsburgh and Boston? New Jersey Devils. They got the most cap room in the land. Palmieri is from. I want to say he's American. He's from New York. So yeah, I could see him going to Boston. Although he probably doesn't want to leave New Jersey if he's from New York. But I don't think he's going to re-sign there. I don't know. They're having trouble signing him. So, but that's my guess. I think he's going to go. I think Palmieri's going to go to Boston. Since we got that fellow here, and he does do... we'll do the Rangers and Sabres then. Rangers versus Sabres. Okay, what's the score, Luca? Rangers and Sabres. Okay, Rangers are going to have Shesterkin in. Starting goaltender for Buffalo. If I were them, I'd go back-to-back with... I would go back-to-back with Allmark. Might as well. Try to win 2 in a row. Nope, they're going with Tokarski. Wow, gosh. I can't see Buffalo winning that game. I just can't. Not with Tokarski in that. 7-2 Rangers. Yeah, that's about right. I got 5-1 Rangers. Unless the Rangers like completely overlooked Buffalo here. Oh no. Oh my gosh, Avatar. Jeez. Well, go take care of that. What are you doing here? That's crazy, man. It's a pretty small crowd here today anyways. We're just sort of chilling. Sasha and I are kind of chilling together today. But anyways, yeah, I can't see the Rangers not winning that game. I know that Buffalo will be on a bit of a high because they just won. Take care, Abby. Go take care of yourself there, buddy. Uh, but on a back-to-back, I mean, if the Rangers lose this game, it's really bad. That's crazy, dude. Crazy town. So I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm watching Toronto, New York Yankees right now, by the way. Top of the ninth, Toronto. It's tied 2-2. Yeah, buddy, for sure. It's kind of hard to do picks now, Sasha. But we'll continue on. Yeah, it's pretty. Take care, buddy. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Uh, that one's not much to talk about. Like, how the heck how is Buffalo going to win that game? I just can't see it. It'd be a crazy game to win. Yeah. I will. We'll continue on. It's okay. He'll be back, and I'm sure he'll be well. He'll be fine. It's kind of hard to say. Well, okay. I want to help with this one too. This one's tough. Capitals versus Islanders. Yeah, the Rangers are looking pretty scary. The only way they're going to win that is if they overlook Buffalo somehow. If they just don't take them seriously, or something like that. I thought I remember looking at this already. Who they play after this? They play Buffalo again, so they can't really be overlooking Buffalo. It's a game I. Samsonov is in goal for the Caps, and I believe it's Varlamov for the Islanders. They still haven't said who's in net for the Islanders, which has me kind of worried. Um, I love Sorokin, although his last game wasn't very good. But so far they haven't said. 4-2 Caps? That makes sense. Oh, 4-2 Pens and 3-1 Rangers. CL 3-1 Rangers. 3-1, eh? Think it's gonna be that close with Tokarski in net? Wow. Um, what do you got for Cat or? What do you got for the Caps? 5-2 Caps. I'm kind of, I don't know why, I'm still going to go with the Capitals, but for some reason, I'm feeling the Islanders here, and I don't know why. Did I put the under or the over down? I think it's going to be like 4-3 Capitals if they win. 4-3 Capitals. CL hype. I don't know where everybody went today. We had a whole bunch of people to start, and then they just went, woo, gone away. Um, I the Islanders always seem to fade at the end. Oh, I lost implicit because I talked badly about the Islanders, probably. That's why. The Islanders always seem to fade somewhere along in the season, and it feels like that's what they're doing right now. It feels like they're kind of fading right now. Washington can play down to their competition. I mean, Washington's frustrating sometimes. They could just, I think we talked about that yesterday. They can just, you think they're going to crush all the time, and they're very inconsistent for a great team. Anyways, might as well go to the next game. Okay. Blue Jackets and Lightning. Can the Blue Jackets lose twice to the Lightning? Lose twice to the Blue Jackets? Really? I know Merzlikins is in. Vasilevsky is still only projected. He's got to be playing this game. He's got to be. Like, why even screw around and not have him confirmed by now? It doesn't make any sense. He's got to be playing this game. Blue Jackets seem to have their number a bit, but it's getting ridiculous now with the Lightning. They got to win this game, right? They're letting too many people into, what's the standings here? They're tied with Florida right now. They're only behind, not far behind Carolina. Nashville probably won't catch them, but I mean, they've really been playing bad lately. I can't see Columbus winning this game, but I'm not all that confident with Tampa right now. 4-2 Bolts. What do you got, Sasha? Lightning 5-1. who's going to be in Merzlikins, right? Let me go look at my Patreon and see what I put down for a pick here. What did I put down for a pick? I got under 5.5, so I'm gonna say the Lightning, the Jackets can't score on Vasilevsky. I'm gonna say 3-0 Lightning. It's 3-0. I think I'm gonna say 3-0 Lightning, and what does Columbus do now? It's like that's the weirdest team to figure out what they're going to do or not do. I think they end up not doing anything. I have a feeling they're going to go through the season with what they got, and they're going to find out, unless Laine will not sign. That's the thing. If Laine will not sign, maybe he goes to Boston. Stevenson suspended 3 games for Vegas. I just got that up on my stream. Stevenson and they don't really have much for centers. Yeah, probably. Now, if Laine won't sign, and they're sure that Laine won't sign, maybe. Imagine, maybe they trade Laine. Where the heck would Laine go now, though? Boston is the first thing that comes to mind. The Bruins. But I think Boston would have to give up something. The Islanders, maybe. There's a lot of teams that would want Laine, I think. He would be the big, but I don't know. There's a whole bunch of talk, but it's all rumors. You never know that he Buffalo, yeah. I don't. That would be crazy. No, I don't think Buffalo. A team that's going for the cup for Laine, that's going for the cup right now. I'd say Boston would be the biggest team in there. I don't know if they like the idea of Laine. I don't know, personality stuff. I'm not sure, but it's just the first team that comes to my mind. Yeah, they just want the season to end and be over with, is right. 20 games is going to seem like an eternity to them. Montreal Canadiens, who knows? They could. I mean, nothing would surprise me with them. That's the thing about trading now is like there's not too many teams that are available to be buyers in this market. The Florida Panthers for Laine. if they really think they're like that's about it though. Pittsburgh, how would they do that? I'm sure they would be interested. Just imagine if Pittsburgh got Laine. Just imagine if Pittsburgh got Laine and then he plays like Laine with Crosby and Malkin and everybody there. All of a sudden they're a contender again. That would be a team that would do something like that for sure. Yeah, coffee cup like mine. Yeah. I like my coffee. I drink a lot of it. I got water in this one. You will not imagine that. Well, they'd have to sign them. They'd have to sign Laine. I wouldn't doubt that they would be trying somehow to get him. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I would not doubt at all that they'd be trying to find a way to sign him or to trade for him because they're all in. Apparently, though, Hextall has said that they don't want to trade they're not trading draft picks anymore. So I guess that would be difficult. And they don't have any prospects. So they might not be able to. They're going to roll with what they got forever. It would be a good fit for the Penguins. Laine, Malkin. Laine. I don't know if Laine would be a fit with Crosby. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know, like, what would they... The problem is what can they give up? They don't have much to give back. If they're not trading draft picks. Well, we're thinking if he doesn't want to sign in Columbus, Hockey News reports. If he doesn't want to sign in Columbus... Do you want to do the picks? Because we got all day. We have a very small group in here today. You got Penguins versus Bruins, Rangers versus Sabres. What do you got for Penguins versus Bruins, Hockey News? It's a small crowd today, so we got time to do lots. But we were just thinking if they can't sign them, they may be forced to trade them, especially if they're right out of the playoffs. And the only team that I can see doing that teams is Pittsburgh and Boston doing that. Possibly Colorado. That would be just stupid. Oh my God. I think he tries, yeah. I'm not saying he's mad. I mean, there's been rumors about him not getting along with Tortorella, but there's always rumors about that. It doesn't mean it's true. He seems to be playing hard for them. I heard that he wants to play in LA. So that's what I heard. He wants Hockey News reports 5-3 Pens. What about Rangers and Sabres, Hockey News reports? Yeah, it could be wrong, but I mean, it's no sure thing that they can sign him. How much does he want? That's going to be the big thing. How much does Laine want? If he's looking for like $8 million a year, I don't know. He hasn't shown well so far, but his last game he looked really good. The thing is he doesn't have a center there, so he's got to look at, what center are they going to get? Columbus is going to be looking hard for a center out there, a good, solid center. And I don't know who that would be. In the off-season, probably in the off-season is where they'll likely try to find one. Like, only thing I see is possibly Monahan could be available, and that's not the greatest center in the world. Uh, Centers are hard to come by. There's not too many out there. Just laying around, you know. That's why it was so hard to give up Dubois, because centers are very hard to find. Maybe the New York Rangers, but are the New York Rangers going to trade with them? But like Heidel, they've got Heidel. Tough to say. What do you got for Rangers Sabres? Hockey News reports. But hey, well, they'll be going after a center. I just don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you what center that they're going to be able to find out there that's available. Maybe Krejci, but he's old. You know, there's not too many available. They're hard to find. That's why Lion could be looking at it going 5-3 Rangers. Next, we got Capitals Islanders Hockey News reports. Yeah, I think he could. I mean, especially playing with Panarin for a full season. Ooh, you're the first Islanders, and I was kind of wondering about the Islanders myself. I'm a little bit suspect about that game. 6-3 Islanders. Yeah, I think he could. He's certainly got the talent to be a 40-goal scorer again, especially playing with Panarin. I can't see why he wouldn't. Somebody else came in. Hey, if you want to come in, tell me what your pick. We're doing Blue Jackets and Lightning. Tell me what the score is you have for that game and who's going to win. That's a hot take. Okay, hot take. You got to write it down. Hot take. Hot take for Hockey News reports. 2-1 Blue Jackets, okay? Hot take chance. Yeah, it's very busy for everybody. We got a small crowd in here still because it's getting a long weekend coming up, right? A super long weekend. A lot of people have 4 days off right now. So we got time for you to do. Well, we got to. What time is it? We got to get on to our other games here, so you can do the other games. We got games coming up here now, so. The next one is the Red Wings and the Panthers. Red Wings versus Panthers. Drigger is definitely going to be in net, and so far, I don't believe there has been any confirmation. No confirmation for Detroit, but they have Grice as projected. I would honestly try Pickard here again, but maybe. Both of these teams are about equal as far as games played. And of course, we know that Florida has Ekblad, Barkov. I'll do an update anyways. I got time. I'll do and Hornqvist injured. That's the thing about that. I still think they should be okay against Detroit here. Yeah, Hornqvist and Duclair as well. Holy crap, that's like a lot out of their lineup. Detroit also has a lot. Oh wait, Bernier. What's going on with Bernier? It's close to returning to the on Friday for practice. Okay, Bernier's not going to be in tonight. Bertuzzi. No, he's not ready. Bobby Ryan's out for a while. And Gagner is going to be unavailable. So Detroit's got a lot of injuries too. CL. You got Washington 4-2. Okay, CL has 4-1 Panthers. Steel. Oh, that's Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, just wait. I'll get. Panthers 4-2. Panthers 2-0. Oh my gosh, Steel's taken Detroit. Three, 2. Red Wings. OT. I don't know. I have to come up with one. You have to do one for me. You're the hot take person. You do one for me. Send it to me. And then I'll do that dance. You got to come up with it. There we go. What did Steel took Tampa Bay 5-1? Steel 5-1 volts. And Perlo is going to go. Let me check. What did I do here? Panthers over Red Wings under 5. So I'm going to go 3-2 Panthers. I'm going 3-2 Panthers. I'm a master. Well, I'll have to think about it. I'll tell you that. So you're gonna have to come back and I'll think about it. Okay, next game. We got now. See, I made it so we're in a hurry now. Got 20 minutes left. Canadians versus the Senators. The Canadians just coming off of a big win from the Oilers after being off for a week and a half. Pretty impressive. to be off a week and a half and come out and do what they did. The Senators have had some time off on their own. They're now, they've had 4 days off, so they're kind of the should be the rusty one here. And Canadians will have Allen in net. The Senators will have Gustafsson in net. Now Gustafsson's a young kid that they think is going to be their future. He's looked good when he's been in, but I mean, man, it's a big question mark as to how good that kid is. Oh, you think the Sens are going to win? 4-2 Sens for Hockey News Reports. Steel 4-2 Montreal. Sasha's taking the Pens. He's taking the Sens, I mean. The Sens' last game, it's been a while, but I'll tell you in a second here. Holy smokes, yeah, it's been a long time. It was against Toronto. They've had 6 days off. So the same thing we were talking about Montreal, about being rusty, which they didn't look rusty at all. Except at that time, the team they were playing, Edmonton, had played 3 games in 4 nights. I'd say this is a rusty team. So it was like 6 days ago. Really? 4-3 Sens. Okay, Perlo. I am taking the Habs. Allen is in net. I'm taking the Habs 4-1. I was just so impressed with I was so impressed with how they played Edmonton after having that long time off. I don't think that's going to stop here, and I think Ottawa will be rusty. So the first period for sure, I would definitely take Montreal first period. I don't know about this Gustafsson kid too, so I could be you could be very happy if I'm the only one. Am I the only one? No, Steele took the Canadians too. Steele and I are on the same page on this one. Okay, next game. Hurricanes versus Blackhawks. Okay, Hurricanes outshot. Hurricanes outshot the Blackhawks. Oh yeah, that's right. I freaking forgot. It's 32-16, 2-1, almost exact, pretty much exactly. Last game. Um, Lankin is just ridiculous. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you wanted to, I want to take the Hurricanes here, but can that guy stop every single puck for eternity or what? Like it's crazy. He's on such a heater right now. He's almost impossible to beat. 2-1 Hawks. Two one Canes and OT. Yeah, that sounds about right to me too. I kind of like that one, but I don't want to take it from you. Did I even put a pick for that in yet? The thing is, who's going to be the Hurricanes goaltender? That's right. I forgot about that. Starting goaltenders. I don't think they have anybody yet. If it's Nedeljkovic, I like the under. Doesn't say. If Reimer's in net, Chicago could win that game for sure. I don't know. I think Carolina. I think Carolina's going to figure out Lankinen tonight. I'm going to say 4-3, 4-2 Canes. 4-2 Canes. I think they're gonna finally figure them out. Steel. 3-1 Canes. Yeah, yeah, I'm totally on the fence about that game. Chicago's bit me so many times because they get outshot constantly. But Lankinen has just been, you gotta wonder. Oh, look at that, CL. 6-2 Canes. They finally break Lankinen, do they? You keep on feeling like that's going to happen, but it never seems to with that kid. It's just crazy. Anyways, we'll go to the next game. We got a couple more left. Stars versus Predators. This is a tough one too. The Predators are on a 7-game win streak. The Stars keep on outshooting their opponents and losing, which is different from what was happening in the playoffs last year. Maybe it's karma. Because the playoffs last year, they were outshot every time. I know who Dobin is in net. And so far, they have not said who's in net for the Predators. I imagine it's going to be Juicy Saros, though. It'd be interesting to see what you guys got on this game. I don't think they just played against each other too, right? So this is like they just played against each other. The Preds barely won last game. Hudobin's only got a .906 save percentage. And 2.56 AAV. Saros has got a .924 and a 9.36. 2.36, I mean. He's been, ever since he's come back, he's rocked. Well, hot take. Okay, Steele. Predators 4-1. Injuries. Forsberg's still not back. Like, how is Nashville doing this, by the way? No Forsberg, no Ellis. Has there been any more new injuries? Should update that. Oh, wait. Barkov? Oh, no, he's out. Barkov should be back on the weekend, by the way. Nashville's without Benning, Forsberg, Boriecki, but it doesn't seem to matter. Doesn't seem to matter who's injured for them. Same as Chicago. It doesn't seem to matter. They're playing Chicago. Everybody's doing their deep meditations over this one. Still no Radulov. Oh wait, let me check. You know what? I didn't notice him on the injury list thing. Now that you mention it. Dallas. That could change things. No, Radulov is still out. I don't know what's going on with him. They keep on saying he may be back, maybe back, maybe back. But he never comes back. It's probably a growing injury, I would think, if that's the case. Might as well. Hockey News reports takes Blackhawks 7-3. Oh, got it in the wrong one. CL 3-2 Dallas. Perlo. I'm gonna say the opposite. 3-2 Predators. In overtime. Feels like an overtime game to me. Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for Sasha. Sasha, what do you got, buddy? Hoffman, Stars 3-1. I think that's everybody then. Okay, we'll go to our next one. What's everybody doing? Oh, wait, is this our last one? We got our last one. Wild versus the Golden Knights. Both of them are on a back-to-back. The Wild just flew in from San Jose. The Golden Knights have been home. I believe it should be Lehner tonight. They're not going to say probably yet. But Fleury did play last night and against Talbot. Like I said, they're both on back-to-backs. Injuries, they're not very injured at all. And in fact, Peter Angelo is back. So they are Vegas 5-3. Steel's got 5-3 Vegas. So you're taking 5-4 Vegas? Golden helmets. Yeah, they are crazy. They are crazy. They're good for the kids. It's really what it's all about there. It's good for the kids. That's why they do it. The kids will love it. They look like they are superheroes or something like that. I got. I can't see. I don't know. I can't see. Vegas plays the same style as Minnesota. The thing is they. I just hear that there's an injury. Not an injury. Stevenson just got suspended for Vegas, which hurts them up the middle a little bit. But after losing to LA and I last night, I can't see Vegas losing again. I think it's going to be high scoring too. I'm going to go 6-4 Vegas. No, it's back to back game. It can't be. It's not going to be that high scoring. That's right. It's on a back to back. 4-2. Oh, you already did 4-2 Vegas. 4-3 Vegas. CL. Wild 4-2 Wild. Talbot has been pretty crazy lately, so you never know. And Lehner's been, who knows, he's been injured for a while. I mean, there's certainly a possibility there, that's for sure. Well, boys and girls, that's our full 42. We got down to the wire here. It's now 3 o'clock. We did put out a cool, go check out that fine video with E-Money and Steele and I that we're going to be putting out later. We're talking about who we'd like to see in the playoffs, matchups, and who we think is going to win each conference, each division. 8 rounds and a shootout, yeah. That's it, buddy. You came in late. It's 3 o'clock. It's time to bolt. I will be back with you guys tomorrow, though. And remember, tomorrow we do Friday's picks, and we try to do all the Saturday's picks as well. So tell all your friends. You bet. I love doing it. That's our full 42. Oh, wait. Isn't Steel? There's also Hockey Writers Inc. stuff coming out now, too. Check that out. Lance has got something coming out that's going to blow your mind about the Philadelphia Flyers. Big prizes tomorrow. Yes, we're going to load up the Perlocopter all up with all the goodies. Thanks for coming in, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great day. Lots of love to ya. Okay, bye.